Hello, this is Dexter from over Unitycom. Uh, in this video, I would like to show you a perfect solution for paulos, I think, about power supply. In a normal case, if you have something like a transformer, and a bridge, and then you have a cap. The problem is, if you have such solution, the problem is when you energize here a transformer by any other source, the problem is that the voltage here on the bridge drops. And if you, for example, have here a stable 200 and 250 volts, then the operation of the supply looks pretty good, but there is, if if you have a drop under the condition of work, that means about 150 volts, could it work? And the answer is we need to change the power supply for an inverter. If we would use an inverter board that are available on the stores, if we would have something like straightening the voltage only, and then filtering it, also opening the cap with the 10 kilo resistor to show more power, and then we're gonna use, or even without it, then we're gonna use an inverter. Everything depends on the power, because most of those boards from China aren't too powerful. And for example, if we want to achieve something like, sorry for the weak quality of the video, if we want to achieve something like, let's say, 35 volts on output, and the power of, let's say, 15 watts, we need an inverter board. In this case, a step up inverter. In this case, um, if the voltage drops here to 150 volts, or even to 120 volts, because for example our system, any system, not only an amplifier, any system that cannot loop energy here, energy, that means for me from an external uh, transformer connected together. And if we're gonna use extended transformer um, to pump the energy, then something happens like sliding when we took external energy here. But using step-up inverter means that when the voltage drops here to, let's say, 10 volts even or less, the inverter has a stable output. That is good. Has a stable output. Yeah, can you see? So something magical, magic happens here. Even to existing supply, we can add a step-up inverter on the output if we have problems with a system that is dying out. And for example, most of the stuff are using multiple outputs on a transformer, then this gives different voltages to power up, for example, preamplifier, uh, the radio stage, and so on. So we have something like, for example, in the Rodmore 5102, we have something like 40 volts, 18 volts, 12 volts for the light bulb, and so on. In this case, we should use three of such inverters uh, on the output of the capacitors, on the output of the power supply. So this is a concept that I don't think that manufacturers were thinking about, because everything depends on the input voltage. If you have something uh, that cannot hold the voltage, and it's about the grid lines, they always say in a factory that AC grid line is stable, that is okay, and it's not that easy uh, to achieve this in a model when you have, let's say, only if you would only have a step up transformer using not even an uplift, but something like only a step up transformer and this 10 kilo here, then you need to modify the power supply. I think that would be the maximum, the um, the biggest minimum to run the amplifier as a self loop, to put a transformer here and 10 kilo here in a power supply, and then step up inverter. This modifying gives you this little miracle of stable voltage on output. So this is a concept that in modern stuff might be used in different devices. This is a whole new thinking about power supplying using because they always put some diodes, some capacitors, even some transistors in a stabilizing supply. But I think we need to change thinking like this because when the voltage is dying, the device is not working. It has no output here to give a stable voltage for the our step up energizing transformer. Let's say this is an mono amplifier and the energy goes like this. Yeah, so this can be modified, but you need to be aware of the power of the step up inverter board because many of the boards are very little, very low power. And this is all I want to say because a perfect supply for paulos would be something like uh, a stable supply that doesn't depend on the input because something always happens on a transformer that the energy is dying. Also, uh, such power supply is a way to hold the energy for bigger loads and is and it is not dying out. So have a good day and good luck with your projects. What I wanted to say about tricks with Paulos is almost done, but I think this issue is just another, and you might just look if this can solve the problem. Bye bye.